elements. In today's compulsory English class, we are going to learn about clause elements. This is the first chapter of your English compulsory, and in our offline live lectures, we have learnt about sentence elements. Sentence elements and clause elements, these are the complementary or uh, equal terms. What clause element is called is applicable to sentence element. Okay, these are the same terms. Now in this total chapter, we are going to see what are the parts we use in the sentence. As I taught you earlier, there are 5 elements in a sentence. First is the subject, second is the verb, third is the object, fourth is complement, and fifth is adverbial. But as the book was not available, we were not able to understand what the syllabus actually covered in the book. Now, as the book is available, we will learn the things exactly from the point of view of the book, which will be very easy for us to score good marks in the examination. Okay. Now, generally, a sentence is classified on the basis many different basis, but very important and the primary basis of classification of a sentence is dividing a sentence in 2 parts. Number 1, subject, and second, predicate. Subject and predicate. In a sentence, we divide, or in a other way, otherwise said, a sentence can be divided into 2 parts: the subject part and the predicate part. Subject means the person who is primarily doing the action, or the person or a thing or a place on which action is done. So this is called subject, and the subject is quite important in a sentence. Without subject, we can't form a sentence at all. Except subject, whatever that remains in a sentence is called as predicate. Whatever that remains in a sentence is called as predicate. Depending on the number of subject and predicate structure in a sentence, there are different kinds of sentences. In otherwise said, we can say like this: sentence can be of different types depending on their structure. Now, different types depending on their structure means it's quite simple. If there is one subject plus predicate, one subject plus predicate, it's only one there in a sentence, then it is called as the simple sentence. And if there are more than one, means 2, 3, then sentence is called as complex sentence. Complex or compound sentence. Okay, is it quite clear to you? If a sentence is having only one subject and predicate, only one subject and one predicate, the sentence is called as simple sentence. But if the sentence has two or more subject and predicate structure, the sentences are called complex sentence or compound sentence. So, is it clear to all of you? It should be, because you can't raise any question in this offline method. Now, sentences can be of different types depending on their structure. Again, the same thing is repeated here. Sentence is sentence is can be of different types depending on their structure. The same slide is repeated here. Okay. Now we come to the next slide. Sentence that have only one subject and predicate. Only one subject plus predicate. This is a structure. Okay. Now what is the structure here? This is the structure. This combination is a structure. One subject and one predicate in one kind of structure. If a sentence is having only one subject and one predicate, the sentence is called a simple sentence. Now here we have taken one example. What is the example? Raghav bought a motorbike. This is a sentence. In this sentence, the subject is Raghav, and the remaining, as I told you, the remaining portion in a sentence, remaining means except Raghav, the remaining, this whole remaining structure is called as predicate. Okay, predicate. This is sentence, this is whole sentence, but in this whole sentence, there are two parts. This is part A, this is part B. Part A is subject and part B is predicate. Okay, this is T. Now we'll move to the second sentence. In the second sentence is read as the market is closed due to lockdown. In this whole sentence is divided into two parts, underlined two parts. The first part is market, and the second underlined part is closed due to lockdown. Similar to the first sentence, the market is the subject. This is subject. Okay. And is closed due to lockdown is predicate. Okay, I'll write down short. Is predicate. Now, how many in these two sentences, if we study these two sentences separately, tell me one thing. In the first sentence, Raghav bought a new motorbike. This sentence consists of, this is the subject, okay, that means noun, this is verb, this is again a noun phrase, as I told you earlier. This is noun phrase, a motorbike, and this is object here. Subject, verb, object. The combination of such sentence elements is called as a sentence. and the subject and the remaining portion is called as predicate. This is the structure. A simple thing. It's not to be made complicated. It's a simple thing. How many subject and predicate are there in first sentence? This is the one subject, one, only one, and predicate the whole bought a motorbike. This whole structure is single. This is the one predicate. We are not counting here bought as something different or motorbike as something different. We are considering this whole phrase bought a motorbike. This is this is predicate, okay, and this predicate is only one here and subject is only one here. So one subject plus one predicate makes a simple sentence. Okay, I will erase all this thing. Now in the second sentence, what is the second sentence? You read it. The market is closed due to lockdown. The market is closed due to lockdown. While considering predicate, we are not counting verb or any other thing. We are just counting two things, subject and predicate. In this sentence, the market is the subject and whole remaining portion is predicate. How many subjects are here? The market. It's only one subject. Whether it be singular, plural, whatever will be that. It will only one subject. It will be only one subject, okay? And the portion from is closed to lockdown. This whole portion is predicate. It is called as predicate. There is only one predicate. So one subject